It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Isaiah McKenzie. He's coming off one of his biggest games in both yards and touchdowns last week. It's the Colts and the Panthers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Richardson going right to the air. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here. Maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just needed a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Now it's Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run forward with Sanders, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, it was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
That's It's the tight end Hurst with it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Young. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. You look at this Colt defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. It's going to be looking at the offensive line.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Richardson now on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time is a sack for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Richardson off the play fake. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Brown. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table? No one to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Going for it on 4th, Richardson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
How many times have we seen in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Young will set to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Colts to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well. Try to make it 9 in a row. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converted on his man and broke the play up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. It's Young on 1st down. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts 26-yard line.
Now Young. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Young now. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Young. Open man is Mingo. Complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On first down, Richardson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Colts.
Richardson looking to throw. Pushes past him. Touchdown! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Panthers 7.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. So we have reached halftime with a touch. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. The gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, Young. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That throw by Young incomplete. Second and 10. Now here's Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To the air once more, Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Young. The Sanders has got it complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Young. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They give to Taylor out of the game. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Decided to hit it off that time on the one-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Third and long for Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. First and 10, Taylor now. He gets away for 1. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Richardson to throw off play action. Connecting over the middle of downs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down, Colts.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They go play action with Richardson. That is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And Young's throw there incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big time and create extra space, you've got to hit the job right there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here now, 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Richardson off the play fake. Gonna throw right side here, complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So now Young and the Panthers down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 45 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now Young, able to find Thielen.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Now Young.
His throw incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Young. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Young to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, Young. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one's incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
This is caught.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Colts, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll just